Sheesh. Hey man, look. Y'all can see by that title and that thumbnail, man. She then came out and gave her response. You know what I'm saying? She titled it "Her Truth." It's 12 minutes long. We about to react to it and see what she got to say, her responses and stuff like that. I'm just going in here, but nothing on my mind right now. I just want to see if she. Only thing that's on my mind to see if she's going to respond to exactly what is going on. That's what I'm trying to figure out. If you need to touch man, like, comment, subscribe, man. Let's get to it. You dig?
I am here to say my truth and share my story on the things that have been released on the internet and the things that have happened to me. First and foremost, I want to start off by taking full accountability for what I did.
Right.
I want to start off by apologizing to the person that I hurt the most in this situation, which was my ex. I want to say sorry to my supporters that I disappointed. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, and I have to own up to them. To my ex, I'm so sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry that I did not take your feelings into consideration when I did what I did. But our relationship was not picture perfect as it may seem. I lost myself in our relationship, and I was in a very dark place at the time when I did what I did. I have to own up to what I did. I have to take accountability for my actions. And in doing that, I've come to realize that I need help for myself and for all my loved ones around me. I know I've done wrong, I fucked up, and I'm taking time away to seek professional help in order to correct my mistakes, reflect on what I've done, and become a better person. But I would still like to come on here to share my story because regardless, I've done wrong and I did not have to go down that route, and I deeply regret it. But there's more to my story, and
But it don't sound like you regret it if people around are still saying that you're still talking to the cousin. It's weird, and you've been doing that way before he was around. So it's like, my nigga, like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, you've had relationships with your cousin before you got with your boyfriend. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you should have just you saying everything's not picture perfect. I don't think no relationship is picture perfect, to be honest, but it's just like, I don't know. We about to see.
There's a lot of lies and misinformation being spread about me in order to farm more hate and negativity towards my name.
Right.
And I would like to clear up a lot of things.
Right.
First, I want to address the note that was released online. I did not have any involvement in creating it or writing it in any way. It was only shared to me. And I also want to make this very clear. I did not have any sexual intercourse with anybody outside of my relationship. There was a rumor going around that I was cheating my entire relationship, and I've been doing this for months, which is completely false because this is only a recent incident that had occurred. I'm not trying to make anything I've done sound any better, but I think it's important that I share my truth because of the insane amount of lies that are being spread about me on the internet. Firstly, I want to clear up that I wasn't disowned by anybody, and I still have a great relationship with my mother. This was a fallacious rumor that was started by someone that I thought was a friend, and is completely untrue. My family does not agree with the choices that I made, but they're standing beside me as I continue to get help and work to better myself. I also want to talk about a stream that my ex was on where he alleged that I did not want to publicly claim him and I wanted to hide our relationship from the internet. But in reality, in the first year of us being together, we actually had a popular couple page. And the real reason on why I wanted to go private was because at the time, I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him because it was toxic. I also want to make it clear that any cousin or stepbrother or any content like that we made together was his idea and he convinced me to do it. The next thing I want to address is a very serious topic. It is my belief that suicide in any form should be taken serious and never lightly. While I understand the streaming business and the need to say crazy things in order to get clicks and impressions, the thought that somebody's personal struggle with suicide can be used by anybody for jokes and views is disgusting and cruel. While I've been off the net, it was brought to my attention that the streamer Snowcone made up a false rumor that I admitted myself into a suicide facility in order to get attention from my ex. I was involuntarily admitted into a suicide facility because I was considered a threat to myself. Involuntarily admitted into a suicide facility. Because I was considered a threat to myself. It was a terrible experience and one I would never wish on myself or anybody else. I want to say to Snow Cone that while I understand I'm not perfect and I've done.
I mean, suicide ain't nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? She really was going through like suicidal, like thoughts and like rants and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she actually did try. Like, I hope that she really doesn't like do that to herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you did was still wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you did is still wrong, and I'm still waiting on her to like say that and why she did it, or you know what I'm saying. uh but you know, she want to get her stuff off with like talking about everything else, the lies and stuff, then let her do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I feel her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want nobody to be playing with your mental health, and I'm pretty sure like everything going on and stuff like that probably was a lot worse mental health, but it's just like she's open. My thing, the only thing that I would say though is like, you already openly said this about yourself. The only thing that made it worse is the fact that people was like giving it giggles and stuff when you first said it. I don't know why that clip ain't got as popular as it did. Maybe that's why you was still able to like, you know, do collab screens with people, still screen without that following you and stuff like that. It's only when you got, it's only when somebody outed you for it and you hurt somebody's feelings for it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Wrong. Regardless of the mistakes that a person makes, that doesn't give you or anybody else the right to belittle, lie, and create false allegations about somebody's mental health. Throughout all of this, you've lied and made up rumors about me in order to hate farm me and get attention. Even though you don't care, I want to let you know that the rumors you created have garnered me more death threats and have made my mental battle that much harder. And that hurts from someone I considered a close friend.
So what
Me
rumors
and my
did
ex
she?
were involved in a toxic and abusive relationship. When I was in love with him, I was blind to the harmful behavior and abuse that was going on. Our relationship was built on unhealthy emotional attachment, and I stayed because it was all that I knew. He was my first boyfriend, he was my first everything, and I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. There's two sides to every story, and our relationship was unhealthy on both ends. And since he's decided to bring my wrongdoings onto the internet, I believe it is only fair that I bring attention to the things that he has done to me, because my ex was never a saint like he paints himself out to be. We had a lot of arguments throughout our relationship, which was normal, but what wasn't normal was the verbal, mental, and physical abuse that he subjected me to. He put me through a lot in the past 2.5 years of us being together. He even forced himself on me at one point.
Ooh. It's looking bad, man.
My ex dealt with a lot of anger issues, and he would often use me as an outlet. For example, he would punch things, he would rip wires in the heat of conflicts. He would yell at me when I cried, and he would gaslit me until I believed I was the problem. There were 2 or 3 times where my ex would approach me unprovoked and put me in a chokehold against the wall, and I would tell him to stop because I was scared, and he wouldn't. The next thing I'm about to say are serious allegations that I know men often get falsely accused of, but at the end of the day, all I can do is come on here, tell my truth, tell my story, whether you want to believe it or not. There was a time where me and my ex were drinking, and he forced himself onto me. And it hurt, and I cried, and I begged him to stop, but he never did. At the time of my essay, he was very rough on me, which resulted in me getting a cut on my insides. Luckily, I was able to take video footage of the blood on the scene and a graphic photo of the damage that resulted.
Is that blood? July 13th, 2024. This happened 2 days before my birthday. Stanford, Texas. Hmm.
After all this abuse, I formed a trauma bond with my ex, which made it hard for me to leave and left me in a cycle of half-hearted apologies that I continue to accept. This was a memory of mine that was heavily repressed because I didn't know how to process it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like. After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail, I left.
Yeah, man. I passed out last night. Kat, give me a brief overview of why you broke up with. Was never able to fix out 100%.
Here's proof of my ex admitting to his anger issues and admitting to
Hey, slow down.
I left.
Damn.
Here's proof of
I started shaking. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know if Dad submitted to his anger issues.
my ex admitting to his anger issues.
Right now, I feel like tarnish and destroying life. I don't even feel like I deserve to talk.
And admitting to the abuse that led to the fallout of our relationship. I still have the letters that he wrote for me where he confessed to his abuse.
I always try to hit with you. I always try to hit you with no, let's not break up. Let's continue fighting out, G. Okay, so he said like mentally. Okay, so he said mentally. Okay, so he admitted
Confessed to the
that.
wrongdoing
I'm
that
not
he
going. I'm not going to say that she's wrong with that because he actually admitted it. I'm not gonna say she. I'm not gonna say she wrong with anything right now. Like she said, she experienced. I mean, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Realizing the type of shit I was saying. They told me based on the way I treat. Okay, then. Little anger problem. Okay,
me
then.
through in our relationship. I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to his wrongdoings and he made it for me in order to convince me to continue being in a relationship with him. I tried to re-access the link in order to showcase the video for you guys today, but it was sent by him and it was privated by him, so I no longer have access to it. My ex often tried to use money as a way to avoid responsibility for his shortcomings. I'm very grateful for everything my ex bought for me. However, I don't appreciate insisting that I was freeloading off of him when everything he ever did was his choice. And I don't believe a relationship should just be reduced to a list of expenses either. Monetary value does not disregard toxic behaviors. After all of these gestures, I took my ex back in February of 2025. And in March of that year, after leaving him from the airport, I was set into a spiral of losing myself and wanting to seek therapy. Here's the video I recorded after leaving my ex.
Like, I just don't know what I'm doing anymore, but like, I feel like I'm losing my mind, though. And like, I just need to listen and get help from other people in my life, or maybe therapy. Like, I think like a lot of stuff that's been going on like in my life, like I need to stop pretending they're not. I'm sorry, this is so like non-descriptive, but I just kind of want to pour everything out because I'm at a breaking point in my life right now. But it's not your problem at all. At all. But yeah, I need help in that sense. I need to listen and grow up and do better.
At the end of the day, I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret everything I did and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody and I understand how badly I messed up. The only thing I can do from now is take the time to better myself and to heal. The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression. It's a battle that I've been unknowingly fighting for the past 2 years. I was in denial and blamed it on a lot of other things in my life without fully understanding myself. Mental health is so stigmatized to where a lot of people, including me, do not get the help that they need when they need it, and it can often lead to self-destruction. Throughout the past few weeks, I've attempted to take my life multiple times, and the only reason I'm here right now is because I failed. During this fight...
Is she reading off something? Is that why her eyes are closed?
And the only reason I'm here right now is because I failed.
Yeah, she reading off something.
During this fight, I stopped eating, I stopped sleeping, and I struggled to take care of my well-being. I felt helpless, and every day I would struggle with finding a reason to continue to live. I often felt like the world would be a better place.
I'm not gonna tell nobody how to talk about their mental health. Like, if you want to write it down, write it down. If you want to speak from, keep it uncut, keep it uncut. Whatever like that. I know it's probably gonna be people out there that's saying like, why she reading off a script? But I mean, shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. People just gonna feel like certain people gonna feel a type of way. I definitely feel like she's probably going through something. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, I'm not no therapist. I'm not no psychiatrist. I'm not anybody in that field. But I definitely feel like she probably is going through something, or she could be probably diagnosed with something. Because I do feel like incest is a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like people wake up and just be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Without me. The suicide facility that I was admitted to was an abrasive environment that only made me regress more. In my time there, I met a lot of people that were in worse positions than me, and I learned a lot about the unfair and inhumane treatment that these people receive. And from my experience there and my own personal journey, I've been very motivated to advocate for better resources and more attention given to these people to assist them in getting the proper help that they need. I understand that my actions have consequences, and I also understand how the internet works. So I knew the hate was inevitable, and I have no problem with facing that. However, I do want to remind you guys that I am still a human being, and I don't think anyone deserves the immense cyberbullying and the nonstop death threats that I've received in the past few days. I do believe that bringing all of this to the internet in the way my ex did was completely wrong and invasive. It felt like a breach in our privacy. I know a lot of people don't believe I deserve the platform that I have and don't think I should come back to the internet at all. I understand. What I did is undoable, it's terrible, and I can't tell you enough how much I regret it. However, I do want to come back. I do want to be able to use my platform to raise awareness for mental health because I know there's a lot of people out there who are just like me, who are struggling and they don't even know it. I will be back to streaming and I will be back to doing what I love because at the end of the day, I want to use my platform to help people. And I do believe after I get stronger and I get help, I can do that. To my community and to all my supporters, I'm so sorry I let you guys down. I'm so sorry I disappointed you guys.
I feel like she need to take time away like Kai did. You need to take damn near a year off. If that, because if you're talking about your mental health and you trying to protect like your mental health and stuff like that, you gotta take a long time away, especially in a situation like yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't rush back. Clear your mind. You know what I'm saying? And this is just me talking to her in her mental aspect of everything. This ain't me talking about what she did. This is me talking about mental health awareness and stuff like that because I'm an advocate for your mental. Protect your mental at all times. Get help if you need it. Take your time away from this shit. You know what I'm saying? You made a decision that you can't take back. You already knew. If it came out one day, then you know what I'm saying? You knew it was gonna come. It ain't like you just cheated with like a regular person. You cheated with a family member. So it's like, you know what I mean? You cannot expect certain stuff. And I feel like you should already know certain stuff like that was going to happen, like you said. So it's like, you know, just go ahead and just admit yourself into things that you gotta do, group therapy and stuff like that. I seen it on the paper. And just get your mind right. You feel what I'm saying? And this ain't even me talking about what she did, like I told y'all. This is me talking about her mental. Like, I don't want to see nobody go out there and just like do harm to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
And if you are still here to support me, thank you. If not, that's okay too. Thank you for your time. And thank you for listening to my truth and my story. This is my experience and the things that I went through in my relationship and in the past 2.5 years of my life.
Alright, y'all, there y'all have it. That is her side or whatever like that. Let me know what y'all think about in the comment section down below. She kinda just like put out what they went through and stuff like that, which she felt like she felt like she got it outed, so you know what I'm saying, she wanted to out him as well. You know what I mean? So basically it's true. Like everything that he said happened was true. Only thing that she said, like she didn't address nothing else that he really said. The only thing she addressed was like stuff other people said and not really him. The only thing she addressed that he said was like them having like intercourse or something like that. She said that they didn't. So but everything else he said, like she didn't address, which I was thinking that she was going to do. I was thinking she was going to address the situation, or whatever like that, but but she didn't. But she talked about her health and stuff like that. So yeah. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section down below, man. If y'all new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Boy, it's your boy Tay, and I'm gone. Yeah.